seating of the delegation from the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party has political and moral significance far beyond the borders of Mississippi or the halls of this convention.
It is the very terror that these people are living through that is the reason that Negroes aren't voting, that they're kept out of the Democratic Party by the terror of the regular party. And what I want the Credentials Committee to hear is the terror which the regular party uses on the people of Mississippi, which is what Reverend King was explaining, which is what Aaron Henry was explaining, and which is what the next witness will explain, Mrs. Fannie Lou Hamer.
Mr. Chairman, and to the Credentials Committee, my name is Mrs. Fannie Lou Hamer, and I live at 626 East Lafayette Street, Roosevelt, Mississippi, Sunflower County, the home of Senator James O. Eastland and Senator Chaney. All of this is on account of we want to register to become first-class citizens. And if the Freedom Democratic Party is not seated now, I question America. Is this America, the land of the free and the home of the brave, where we have to sleep with our telephones off of the hook because our lives be threatened daily, because we want to live as decent human beings in America? Thank you.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood, the hood view, you know? Representation of black people, crying on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on the Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter. 2, 3, 4, 5. We live. Welcome to Hoodviewpolitics. We'll be going to a deep, detailed dive into politics from a hood point of view. I'm Rabbit Jones.
I'm Tony, the #1 soul brother.
Into politics.
To Hoodviewpolitics Friday night live stream. We get deep in the urban politics from a hood point of view. So welcome, and look, while y'all at it, hit that like and that subscribe button, and get us up there so we can reach the masses, if you will, because we got a lot to say.
Now, if you're new here, you don't know what to expect. But we've been here before. You know what's going on. We chasing magazine coons.
I'm afraid.
What's going on, player?
Ain't nothing going on. I mean, the same old going on. We got a lot going on in the political world, and a lot that's going to affect the black community, the brown community, and all communities of color, if you will. So let's go ahead and get on into it.
A few things went on, man. We talking about, first of all, Liz Chaney. Anybody don't know, is Dick Cheney's daughter, Republican, and former Vice President Dick Cheney was Vice President for Bush. His daughter is supporting Kamala Harris. She came out and said it. And I don't know, what you think about that?
Well, I kind of knew that eventually Liz was going to support Kamala Harris, because she can't stand Donald Trump. She wanted the main Republican voices against him. She wanted his ass locked up behind January 6th, because she was one of the loudest voices on the J6 committee. So that didn't really shock me, because I kind of knew that was coming. But what came today, I was kind of shocked because I thought this dude would remain quiet. But he didn't remain quiet, and her father, good God, Dick Chaney is endorsing Kamala Harris. That's big.
I don't know. It's hard to really wrap my head around that because it just sounds so odd that I don't know. The funny thing about Kamala is she hasn't been there. She hasn't been on the scene. She hasn't, like Hillary, Biden, Obama, Curry, they already had them boxed in the spot already before they started running. They had them in certain spots, you know what I'm saying, certain boxes where they could just run. Like, that's why Trump had the problem now, because that box he already had for Biden, now that's gone. You don't know, it's no box for Kamala. She been behind the scenes this whole time, just learning, moving around. These fools ain't been paying no attention to her. And that's why right now, there's no narrative against her. There's nothing you can just automatically just put on, or some old shit that Clinton did. You feel me? You just can't do nothing to her. You can't put no old shit on her. You can't just scream like shit like she's a communist. Like, half the people you gotta tell them what a communist is first to make them mad at that. You feel me? It's just some dumb shit. You know, like some shit they doing there is just irrelevant because they don't have a playbook for her. So it makes it hard for them to do it on the fly because most of their playbooks are already set in stone. If you bring up Hillary, we got you. You know what I'm saying? You bring up Biden, we got your box for that. You know what I'm saying? But you bring up Kamala, it's just nothing there for that other than the racist part. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you got people like Chaney that has no other choice because their party done failed her, put up a racist pig. So she don't have no other choice. So that's why I don't really have no sympathy for these pigs. She was a fucking pig before Trump. Trump he's a bigger pig than these fools. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with McCain, his daughter, all these people. McCain held up Martin Luther King's birthday. This bitch ass nigga didn't want to vote for that. Everybody can't forget that. You know what I'm saying? So these fools trying to vote for Kamala, I appreciate you a whole lot. Thank you. But fuck you too. If it wasn't for you, this bitch ass nigga wouldn't be in our face. Get the fuck out of here.
I can understand that. But it's all kind of I seen something today. Whereas I didn't think about it, and and then when I seen it, I thought about it. Damn, this might be true. She been in politics and been in elected official, elected office for 31 years. That means she had more experience than Hillary, Obama, Trump, Bush when he ran. She got more political experience. Well, Bush was the governor too. But she got more experience than a lot of people who's in office. But the thing about it is, in 31 years, and this should tell you something, and she got 31 years out there, and they can't find nothing to stick to but lies. They tried to, she locked black men up for weed. That was a lie. And come to find out, she had one of the first, if not the first, program to not lock motherfuckers up for weed for real. So in all that time, they got nothing, no policy. I mean, she been attorney general. She's been in the Senate, and she's been vice president for you might as well say 4 years now. And they got nothing. That should tell you something about her and her integrity and the way she operates. Now, as far as the Cheneys go, and the rest of the Republicans, the Republicans want their party back. Right now, voting them endorsing and voting for Kamala Harris is a means to an end. They want their party back because they have to rebuild their party. But the only way they can rebuild their party is they got to get rid of Trump and they got to get the MAGA. They gotta relegate MAGA to where the Tea Party at and make them basically irrelevant. So they want their party back, and this is really the only way they can get it. Because if the mainstream Republicans, if they support Trump, then the Republican Party will basically be MAGA for the next 20, 30 years. So they got to get them out and get him out to get mainstream and real conservative Republicans back at the top of the party. So this is just a means to an end. So you best believe that if she win with Republican votes, you best believe it'll be about a honeymoon period for about 3 months, and then it's back to the same old shit. They're gonna try to trash her, find out shit on her, push it out there. So right now, that's what they have to do.
First of all, Liz Chaney was the main pusher of the motherfucking border shit. She pushed that bullshit. Then we had Chaney bitch ass. Remember, he was a motherfucker that went on a Veep search, but picked his damn self. Meaning nobody researched his bitch ass. See how slick that was? Bush made him the Veep search, right? While he went digging everybody's shit. Nobody digs into his shit because he just searching. Mm-hmm. And guess what? It's me. Because now I get to be it without nobody searching. Yeah. Bullshit. Then this is the same motherfucker that shot his friend. This is the same motherfucker that fucking took us to war for oil because he was in bed with Halliburton. That oil company motherfucker. That's still that bitch nigga. And my thing is, it ain't no to us looking to the Republican Party. It is no fucking difference between MAGA and these clowns. The difference between MAGA and these fucking fools, they want to take back over because they know how to hide all this shit that Trump don't know how to hide. They know how to give you speeches where they only give them slight dog whistles. Trump don't know how to do that. They know how to rattle the motherfucking cage without being disrespectful to women. Now you see the difference? So they just want him out so they can still do the same. Project 2025 will be their shit too. It's no fucking difference. They just gloss over the shit. So to me, they all the fucking same. They could have just said they was MAGAs. And I would just, oh yeah, I agree. I believe you. So fuck them and fuck their votes. We need your vote to get her over the hump. Thank you. Other than that, fuck you. Because you just as worse as this pig because you hide your piggish. At least he's a fucking redneck, orange neck pig that's out front with his pigness. These bitch ass niggas hide their pigness. That's the problem.
Them the ones that want to be back.
They want to take back Ocha so they can hide their pigness.
Yeah, so they can do shit the way they want to do. They can put a wool over them.
They know banning abortion and all that shit is not popular, but they know how to hide it when they talk. Trump don't know how to do it, and they fucking their shit up when he do this shit. So they need him to fuck out the way so they can go back to hiding this shit that he done exposed. Bitch ass nigga.
If Trump had took over the Republican Party. His party until hopefully November 5th. But he didn't took over the party, and if he didn't basically destroy the party. They on their last leg. If they don't get him out, they might not win another election till fucking 2050. So that's what they thinking. If they don't get him out, nobody in that party has a future. The party don't have a future. And if the party don't have a future, what do they have? They either gonna have to jump ship to another party, or they're gonna have to try to start to build a party from the ground up. We know that shit ain't happening. So they for the life of the Republican Party, they got to get that dude up out of there. And as far as Chaney go all the way back. He was in the first the first Bush administration. He was a higher up in the Reagan administration. That evil motherfucker been around for a minute. But his endorsement, I think it opens the door. It opens the door for them Reagan Bush Republicans to, jump ship and say, okay, we gonna take this hit. We gonna put the Democrat in there for the next 4. At least they hope 4, but we know it's gonna be 8. And while we rebuild or whatever the fuck, and it opens the door for if Chaney endorses her, it's only one real true Republican left to endorse her, and that's W. So I believe that sometime after the debates, maybe probably around the beginning of October or something, W going to endorse her, and then you have a situation with every living president. You have every living president out there endorsing her, backing her, and then you got one that's in hospice who's holding on for dear life to November the 5th just so he can vote for her. And that is an image, that's powerful.
So a number of people asked me to ask this question, so do you want to make news? Would you like to announce who you're endorsing in 2024?
Because we're here in North Carolina, I think it is crucially important for people to recognize not only is what I've just said about the danger that Trump poses something that should prevent people from voting for him, but I don't believe that we have the luxury of writing in candidates' names, particularly in swing states. And as a conservative, as someone who believes in and cares about the Constitution, I have thought deeply about this. And because of the danger that Donald Trump poses, not only am I not voting for Donald Trump, but I will be voting for Kamala Harris in this election.
Now, there's a few things about this, right? One, first of all, the crowd reaction, first of all. What the fuck was that? In Duke University? A Republican? Talking about she voting for a Democrat and everybody get up and stand up and applause? Like, what the fuck? I'm confused now. Now I'm lost. Like, what the fuck was that? That literally just happened, bro. She, as a Republican, said, I'm voting for a Democrat, and everybody gave her a standing applause in Duke University. What the fuck is happening right now? Then second, to me, these people coming out again, they don't influence nobody. They literally don't influence a soul in America, bro. Nobody. Anybody that even thought like them already felt like they voting for Kamala, bro. It's like, and then MAGAs can't stand them. So they basically not Republicans. They basically fucking independents, really. They really are people with no party, bro. If Trump was to win, they are a person with no party. These people don't exist.
Yeah.
So of course, that's why I say fuck their endorsement. To me, it's nothing.
The people that back him, and as far as Dick Chaney goes, a lot of older people back him. They people 50 and older, they reliably go to the polls. But if the people don't back them or don't follow them what they say, what you saying is correct. It's 100% correct. Then people will be on the island if Trump wins. That's why what he said yesterday, I think it was what he said yesterday didn't make no sense to me why he would say, well, if you didn't vote for me, I don't want you in my administration. You won't be in my administration. So basically, he said, if you don't vote for me, fuck you. Basically, what he said. And I'm like, okay, you feel that way, but you still trying to get Nikki Haley voters to hold their nose and vote for you just because you a Republican. Then today you have Nikki Haley voters. Some could come out and say, "Oh, how he gonna say some shit like that?" He's like, "How you gonna say some shit like that?" And you trying to woo us to come vote for you, and we feel kind of insulted about that. But it's a lot of shit that he do that I don't understand what the fuck he doing.
Now we got a response from J.D. Vance, who was running on Trump ticket for vice president. So we had a response from him for Liz Chaney. I want y'all to just listen to his response for her response. Like, yeah, I want to hear this
today. Big endorsement. Liz Chaney endorsed Kamala Harris.
Oh no!
And it's so interesting, isn't it, that every failed warmonger in the established DC, let's just say, machine, is behind Kamala Harris. That the peacemakers are behind Trump and Vance. Blessed are the peacemakers, is what the scriptures say. Your thoughts, JD?
Well, maybe the best thing, not the very best thing, but a very good thing that I could say about the next presidency of Donald J. Trump is that he's going to make sure that people like Liz Chaney are laughed out of the Oval Office instead of rewarded, because this is a person whose entire career has been about sending other people's children off to fight and die for her military conflicts and her ridiculous ideas that somehow we were going to turn Afghanistan, a country that doesn't even have running water in a lot of places, into a thriving liberal democracy. And for that, Liz Chaney was willing to kill thousands of your children. Liz Chaney, you know what? I think it's the best thing in the world that she's supporting Kamala Harris. You are right. Blessed are the peacemakers. Kamala Harris and Liz Chaney make very, very interesting partners. They get rich when America's sons and daughters go off to die.
All right. It's a lot he did there, right? First of all, the person interviewing is Ben Shapiro. Some me and you been trying to tell black people since we've been doing this. Mm-hmm. He's the owner of Turning Points USA. In terms, he's the founder of Blexit. Follow us. All right? That's all he asks y'all to follow us. Just follow us. You know what I'm saying? Blexit is supposed to be some shit with black people exiting the Democratic Party. But the owner of that, the starter of that, the creator of that was this person that was interviewing. Now, so much he did in there, right? First of all, like I said, fuck her endorsing Foster. Our point of view is concerned. It's irrelevant. Yeah. But now, looking at it from a Republican, him talking, what did he say? We gonna make people like her extinct, which is what we just said. If they fucking win, that type of Republican don't exist no more.
Oh no, they got to start their own party.
So yeah, he was exactly right on that, right? But what he went wrong with is she likes to send kids over the war to get killed, right? And then say, yeah, they should be together because they like sending people to get killed. See, when they turn that route, it's like you blatantly saying somebody's sending my kid to get killed on purpose, bro. Right? That doesn't make sense. That you running for vice president, stuff like that is just irritating to me, right? Because you reckless. Then you call the vice president, sitting vice president, communist. Like, y'all don't think this shit is dumb? Like, she's just not a person running for president. She sits she's a vice president. And you running for president and saying she's a communist. You can't do that. Like, that alone sounds dumb.
Right, especially when the candidate that you support wants to be a dictator.
It just, I don't
And
get
I'm
that
sad
shit.
he's going to be a dictator on day one. So how do you go figure? That's why me, I might be tweaked or sick in the head or some shit. I don't get the arguments that's coming from the Republican side. They want to call her a communist, but your candidate wants to be a dictator. I don't get it. Y'all wanna trash her policies, or when she put out a policy, you want to trash it, but you have no policies. The shit that you put out against her don't make no sense, and most of it's not true. I don't understand what kind of campaign y'all running. Is it just gonna be a campaign, or we gonna insult our way to the White House? We just gonna just say fuck it, and we gonna burn it down, and we gonna scorch earth? I don't know what the fuck you doing, because he getting out there saying all types of wild shit. All types of wild shit. If anybody out there ain't seen today's so-called press conference from this morning, you got to go look at it. The dude is unhinged. He off his rocker. The dude is he's Fruit Loops. The nigga gone.
I'm glad you brought up motherfucking policy, right? Because the whole time you can hear Republicans on fucking Fox and Republicans coming on news stations saying, if he just stick to the issues, right? So when you say stick to issues, okay, let's stick to issues. Now, if anybody don't know,
switch to Square and join over 4 million businesses worldwide.
Trump went to a business motherfucking town hall, right?
Yep.
And okay.
Oh, I know you're going.
Since my man said policies, right? I agree with him. It's like y'all pressed her out for policies, but he been running for so long, and don't nobody know what the fuck he want to do. That's why Project 2025 is his. Nobody in the motherfucking MSNBC, NBC, ABC, Fox are even asking him anything that matters. That's why when he go on these fluky ass podcasts, they ask him off the cuff shit that he's not expecting, because the media don't do none of that at all. So he gets to this motherfucking joint. The lady asks him a perfect question, like he likes to say. He likes to say perfect, like perfect. A perfect question.
Nobody has ever asked a question this perfect in life. It's the most fabulous question I ever heard.
The biggest answer I can give.
All types of stuff.
Nobody gave a question answer bigger than mine and better than mine. Right? So she asked this bitch ass nigga, orange demon ass fool, okay, what would you do? Specifically, child care, my guy. Now, I like this clip right here. It's going to let you hear her ask this dumbass nigga this shit. And then, like my man said, Kamala is put out motherfucking, what? Plenty of joints.
Plenty. She didn't talk about what she wanted to do for the economy with helping homeowners, first-time homeowners with $25,000.
Exactly.
People start a business with a $50,000 tax break. She's talking about doing something about price gouging. She's talked about a lot of stuff, and she got ideas out there. But I'm waiting for the counter for him to come, which he never did, because he hasn't done it in any campaign, not against Hillary, not against Biden, and up to now, not against hers. He never puts nothing out there, but he says he's going to do this and he's going to do this. Ask him how he's going to pay for it. He doesn't know. Just like the answer the lady asked him, what would you do about affordable child care? And that's a softball question. That's a softball question, because All you got to say is, you know, affordable child care is something that, you know, every parent needs, and my administration wants to do something about it. We'll give tax breaks to parents. Just say that at the least. We'll give parents tax breaks for child care to help it more affordable, or we'll expand pre-K and Head Start. You don't say none of that dumb shit. Oh damn, I said dumb shit. You don't say nothing like that. And it's a softball question. But you get out there and you ramble on for 2 minutes, for 2 whole minutes talking about tariffs, when you really don't know what a tariff does. And look, you can ask anybody who knows about the economy. I'm not an economist, but I know some things. And by listening to folks, and they'll tell you, and they told you this in 2016, when he was talking about he would put tariffs on Chinese goods and all this. Tariffs are nothing but basically a tax on the consumer, because you can put 100% tax or tariff on goods that come from China, but the merchants and the people, corporations are only going to, what they're going to do is they're going to figure the cost of the tariffs into the goods they send over, and they're going to cost more. They're going to raise the price. That is how we got to the point of a lot of prices, a lot of goods the prices being out of sight, because his ass got into a fucking tariff war with China. He put tariffs on them. They put tariffs on the goods that's coming over there. He got into basically a trade war, but nobody says nothing about that. So if he gets into another round of a trade war or a tariff war with China or Taiwan or whoever else he wants to put these tariffs on, you're doing nothing but causing more inflation. That's where the inflation started. And then his mishandling of COVID made it worse. If people don't think I'm tripping, just go back and check. That's what happened. That's where the inflation started. It started with a tariff war with China, and then the mishandling of the COVID crisis. And that's where you got higher prices, record unemployment, all this other shit that happened under his watch. The dude don't know what he's doing. And guess what? Nobody who has any reputable, good reputation, who's a reputable politician, who know what they're doing, is going to put their career, their reputation, and everything else on the line in an administration with this dude. The dude got 40-something, he got 42 or 44 of his top people, all the way up to his own vice president, who says this guy is not fit for office. And we're not voting for him. You have Republicans coming out of the woodwork. He's not fit for office. You can't put him in office again. He's not fit. We're not voting for him. And I don't understand. Somebody got to make me understand why. Why people think putting him back in office is a good idea. Somebody please explain that one to me.
Okay. Play.
But
want to play?
Yeah, go ahead.
President Trump, you talked about how the increase in the price of food, gas, and rent is hurting families. But the real cost that's breaking families' backs and preventing women from participating in the workforce is childcare. Childcare is now more expensive than rent for working families and is costing the economy more than $100 $22 billion a year, making it one of the most urgent economic issues that is facing our country. In fact, the cost of childcare is outpacing the cost of inflation, with the majority of American families of young children spending more than 20% of their income on childcare. One thing that Democrats and Republicans have in common is that both parties talk a lot about what they're going to do to address the childcare crisis, but neither party has delivered meaningful change. If you win in November, can you commit to prioritizing legislation to make childcare affordable? And if what specific piece of legislation will you advance?
Well, I would do that, and we're sitting down. You know, I was somebody, we had Senator Marco Rubio, and my daughter Ivanka was so impactful on that issue. It's a very important issue, but I think when you talk about the kind of numbers that I'm talking about, that because look, childcare is childcare. It's couldn't, you know, there's something, you have to have it. In this country, you have to have it. But when you talk about those numbers compared to the kind of numbers that I'm talking about by taxing foreign nations at levels that they're not used to, but they'll get used to it very quickly. And it's not going to stop them from doing business with us, but they'll have a very substantial tax when they send products into our country. Those numbers are so much bigger than any numbers that we're talking about, including childcare, that it's going to take care. We're going to have, I look forward to having no deficits within a fairly short period of time, coupled with the reductions that I told you about on waste and fraud and all of the other things that are going on in our country, because I have to stay with childcare. I want to stay with childcare, but those numbers are small relative to the kind of economic numbers that I'm talking about, including growth, but growth also headed up by what the plan is that I just told you about. We're going to be getting trillions of dollars, and as much as child care is talked about as being expensive, it's relatively speaking not very expensive compared to the kind of numbers we'll be taking in. We're going to make this into an incredible country that can afford to take care of its people, and then we'll worry about the rest of the world. Let's help other people, but we're going to take care of our country first. This is about America first. It's about make America great again. We have to do it because right now we're a failing nation. So we'll take care of it. Thank you. Very good question. Thank you.
You know, the lady that asked that question, the woman that asked that question went on CNN. She said that his answer to that question insulted her, that she felt very insulted by the answer that he gave. And he basically said nothing.
All right. So everybody can understand what happened right there, right? She asked him a question, point blank, about childcare and what specific fucking policies that he had for childcare, right? Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all she asked. It wasn't nothing, right? Now, to understand what he's saying and what he thinking, right? He's saying that don't worry about that child call shit, right? Yeah. I'm gonna have so much having people overseas with tariffs so high that don't worry about it, they're gonna still do business with us. But that money right there gonna have us so good, and then the tax cuts for the rich that you ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to ever worry about child care no more. That because we're gonna make America great again. That was his answer. Right. Like, what the fuck?
He continually talks to people and he thinks everybody's stupid.
That was just dumb.
And he really thinks everybody's stupid. And
like, when? Like, did you see the people's face? Like, one dude in the back did like this.
Wait,
he looked at everybody else like,
what the hell are you talking about?
he just looked at the people like, hey, y'all paying attention to him? Because what the fuck is he talking about, bruh? You child care. That's it.
And it's like I said, it was soft. It was something
simple shit, bro.
If this is what I don't get. If you know you got a woman problem, in this election, you got a big woman problem mainly because of what you did with abortion and who you put on the Supreme Court. if you got a woman problem and you want to try to appeal to some women, you try at least leave a crack in the door to bring some of them women back. Child care is an issue. Affordable child care is an issue that appeals to women, working class women. All you fucking had to say, you could have, like I said, you could have said, we're going to give tax breaks for parents to afford better child care. We're going to give grants for child care. We'll expand pre-K. We'll expand Head Start. We'll do something.
The things that Kamala already said she'd do.
Something like that.
Yeah,
that's all you had to say.
Like, come the fuck
on. That's common. Look.
But you can't do that if all your money is going to tax cuts, my guy.
For the rich.
You can't say you can do that.
For the rich.
You'll be lying. Like he said, oh, y'all, everything covered. If y'all get all the, what's that, fetal, whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all, everybody get that, we're going to cover that.
But see,
lying like shit because you already gave all the money to the tax cuts, bro.
Because that.
And then that right there will bust the budget if you try to pay for all those ones.
And you can't. And he really, as you talked earlier about being boxed in, he really couldn't say that anyway because you've already pledged to give the biggest tax cuts in history to the 1%. You already did that.
There's no more money.
You left yourself no room. Right. You left yourself no room to say nothing like that because you and your buddies opposed the child tax credit.
They already voted against it.
They opposed it. They voted.
But on top of that, when Shawty introduced shit like $25,000 for startup home, right, for first time home buyers, right, or $50,000 for people to start a business, right, that's a plan. That's detailed. Like, what the fuck else you need?
Right.
And on top of that is because she is not giving the money to the rich.
No.
So what would you want to do with the money with? Just give it to the rich and hope they do whatever the fuck? Ride around on these boats and shit and hope you get a raise? And then they gonna bust your fucking union, then you can't fight for a raise? Like, what the fuck is, bruh, some of this shit is so simple, right?
It's so simple.
It's just so, come on, bro.
It's common sense. I'm gonna break it down like this. All of Kamala Harris's proposals and what she's doing does one thing. It does one thing, and it's one of the main things. It expands the tax base. That means if you're creating jobs and you got more people and you creating jobs for the poor and the middle class, and you're raising wages, you are expanding the tax base. You are bringing more money into the federal government. 2, 1, fund these programs. 2, do the things that you promised to do. That's what it does. It expands the tax base so you can lower the deficit, so you can do all of these things. That's what her programs does.
And it also it gives people more. If you got more small businesses running around, you got people with more opportunities to work.
And what do working people do? If you're going to put out, what she say, 3 million. If you want to build 3 million homes, and besides that, help first-time homeowners with a $25,000 tax break or grant or whatever it is. Yep. What does that do in the end? Because homeowners pay property tax. They pay tax on schools. They pay all kind of taxes in their tax bill. All of that's money that's going into the government pot. So what do you do with that money? You have money, like I say. Programs. You got more people working. You got more money going into Social Security and Medicaid. Come on.
Yeah.
It's common sense.
So I'm glad she put stuff out because Just debate. I like having a debate. Like anybody right now listening right now, you come on right now if you feel like you're a MAGA or you're a Republican or you disagree with any of this shit. We got plans here. You got plans from MAGA. We got plans from Kamala, right? Her plans to me look like a good future. If you got people building 3 million homes, that's so many people working just to build these homes. You feel me? The materials and everything. People making money. That's jobs right there. Period. Right. Just by building these fucking homes alone. You know what I'm saying? So that. Then you got people investing in businesses. That alone gives people jobs. So we talking about jobs from people building 3 million homes and jobs from people opening up businesses they wouldn't be able to get under the Republican administration. So now they open up businesses, small businesses, hiring people. Now they working. So you got all these people working off of her plan. Yes. This is that simple.
And what did the infrastructure bill do? It put
people to work. Okay. No Republican voted for it.
And right. What will the green energy and renewable energy bills do when you with windmills and hydro and all of this other stuff? Put people to work. And look, what not only does it expand the tax base, and it puts more money in the government coffers. What does it do? Else it does. It helps the rich, because the rich who got the goods and the services, who are putting the corporations are putting the goods and the services. What is going to happen then? You got more people working. You got more people coming up. What do people want to do when they coming up? What do they have to do? They spend money. They spend money on clothes. They spend money on cars. They spend money on entertainment. They spend money on jewelry. They spend money everywhere. Because they didn't have this stuff at first, and they're working. They spending money on homes. They buying. What do you do when you get a new home? You want to lay it out. You want to get new furniture. You want to put that 75-inch TV up in there. You want this, that, the third. You want the latest gadgets. Come on. You the latest gadgets, the latest services. All of this, that's what happens. That's called bottom-up economics. And it works. It's been proven it works.
Exactly.
It's been proven that it works. But y'all want to keep on going with this trickle-down economics. When we know trickle-down economics don't work, because the folks that get the breaks at the top, they don't put that money back into the workers, and into creating more jobs, they pocket it.
We've been doing this trickle down shit since Reagan ass. We was fucked up in the 80s completely.
Right. And it's every time it's with Republican administration. That's why.
And the war on drugs was started with him, for any motherfucking bitch ass black MAGAs out there.
Oh yeah.
You gotta understand, Republicans started that war on drugs.
I could have told you. Yeah.
That's something I think they keep missing over. You know what I'm saying?
It not only started with the war on drugs. That's where mass incarceration started.
Again, let's talk about that, because we got a mass shooting, right? And people responding to these joints are different, right? Now, y'all been following this podcast for a while. Y'all know how me and Tony feel about these guns. We want these joints out of our fucking streets as black people, right?
Yeah.
So that's at the heart of a lot of things, right? So you get a mass shooting. To me, like we told you before, that to us, it's like the same. When a 14-year-old go in that school and shoot it up, it's the same as the 14-year-old on our block.
Yeah.
We don't see it no different. We still want that same gun to fuck off the street. Now, the Republicans see it different, right? They see or MAGAs see it like everybody should have a gun, period. And the only way to solve this is give the teacher the gun. Now, me personally, I don't want my 70-year-old teachers, 65-year-old teachers with a fucking gun in the classroom. I'm sorry about that, bro. So that's just a recipe for disaster, period. Then you got old people just in that joint, probably in the small, confined places shooting. Like, we don't need that either. These are kids. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you eliminate the guns that these people always have, Tony, these fucking automatics, can we just stay on that point? Don't talk about nobody mental state for a minute. Let's keep talking about the same weapon they keep using. Can we just ban that one, then have a discussion about their fucking mental state? That's all I'm saying. That's the problem we have here. These mass shootings went up after a Democrat went out of office.
Thank you, George Bush.
Jobs go down once a Democrat go out of office. Oh, motherfucking Bill Clinton put out a stat in that fucking DNC joint that nobody, again, that's why I don't like the media, bro. Y'all supposed to be so fucking fancy and smart. These big ass huge colleges, y'all on TV, y'all probably the smartest people in America. And dumb shit. Y'all don't ask the, you know what I'm saying, bro?
Because the only reason they fact checked it because it doesn't sound true. When it came out to be true. They wanted that. They wanted Bill Clinton.
It took him.
They would have loved for it to be
to research that shit. You know what? If he never would have brought that up, I wouldn't have known that. No. I just knew in my mind. I mean, you knew in our mind that they did more jobs, of course.
Yeah.
But 50 to fucking 1?
Yeah.
I never imagined that. We talking about, well, everybody know what we talking about. They went back over history, over Democrat Republican, to see who created the most jobs all the way up to now. And literally, bruh, 50 million jobs out of 50, what, 2? After 51 million jobs created over 50 years. Democrats, take this. I need y'all to listen, put your ear together. Democrats has produced 50 million of the jobs. Republicans won. These are just plain facts in your eyes. Like their motherfucking policies do not fucking work. It just bottom fucking line, bro. Like what?
It doesn't work at all. But you can't, I mean,
I didn't even think that was true. It's like 50 to 1 though.
You know what?
Bush ain't what? Nobody?
That's you know what?
Wow.
That's pull an audible right there. Because that leads that is a good segue into what we a feature segment tonight. 50 million jobs to 1.
Wow.
And that's what the Republicans done.
1.
So let's just try to slide into Republican-run states and which ones are, what's the word, affluent, and which ones are not.
Sounds good.
So let's do that. Because last night, a man here asked me, we should do this. And I said, that's a good idea. And I found out something. Like I say, when you research shit, you find out stuff. We found out that of the top 10 poorest states, people living in poverty, the top 10 poorest states, 9 out of the top 10 are run by Republicans in our red states.
Now let's bring them off. The top 10, right?
Yeah.
So we can go from 10 down. 10 is South Carolina.
Red.
9 is Tennessee.
Red.
Now, if everybody just don't know what we're talking about, my man just told you. These are the poorest states in America. Oklahoma.
Red.
Alabama.
Red.
Arkansas.
Redder than the motherfucker.
Kentucky.
Red. Oh, red as shit.
West Virginia.
Damn, they red.
Then the top 3. These are the top 3 poor states in America. Top 3.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, New Mexico.
Now they blue. It's a Democrat state. We'll take that.
Louisiana.
Red.
And the number 1 poor state, 19.3% poverty. Mississippi.
MISSISSI-PPI.
Now, and you think about that for a minute, right? Let's start. Just pick one. Fucking Alabama, right? So if you think Alabama, my man told y'all this is another thing. See, I don't get it. We come off the fucking streets, right? We analyze this shit, right? Man told y'all from the beginning. Been trying to stress to y'all, white motherfuckers voting against y'all interests, right? So when we talk about Alabama, you cannot tell me that having broadbands to make sure your ass can get on the fucking internet. You can't tell me expanding motherfucking Medicare, right? Doesn't help Alabama people, right? But if you got Republicans that refuse to expand Medicaid, that keeps you poor, right? If the administration passed shit to keep your air and your water clean, right? And you in Alabama got Republicans running your shit, they don't believe in none of that. They don't do none of that. So you get to live where your water's fucked up and your air's fucked up in America. It makes you one of the poorest states because you're led by fools that don't believe in nothing unless Donald Trump do it. So you left there poor as fuck. And in return for the Republicans asking you to vote for Trump. Think about that for a minute. You in the poor states. Wait, he just named, it's 10 of them. You guys in the poorest states in America, bro. You can't look at your motherfucking people and say, why we here? You can't ask one question. Why we not building nothing here? Biden passed something for you to build. Why you not building? Now you see what I'm saying? Why you not giving my people jobs? Why you not expanding Medicaid? Just because it's called Obamacare? Fuck that. See, Alabamans got to wake the fuck up and rise. The white working class, like you said, that vote against their fucking interests. When they want to take Social Security away, that's not what you want in Alabama. I know you don't. Half of you living off your grandparents' fucking Social Security. So I know you don't want that snatched. Like some of this, if you listen to my man, it's against your interests too. As a Republican or MAGA, whatever the fuck you are, if we name these states, that's where the MAGAs are. Now you get the correlation of this. Of course they gonna be mad. Those MAGAs are mad because the government fucked them. The government got them in this position where they're poor, in the poor states. That's why these MAGAs are in these states. They mad. Can we be mad at that because they mad at that? Of course. We don't get it because we know the real politicians that been trying to stop it been doing that. We don't get why you've been so delusional. Vote for people that putting you in these fucking positions. Period.
Well, when we say
as a MAGA,
when we say and these states are classified as red states, that means they are reliably red. That means these are states that you're not going to see a Kamala Harris and a Tim Walz too much in Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, and states like that. Because they are reliably red. Yes, you go in there, you talk to the people, hopefully you can, some of them will listen to what you say and be open to your policies and will think that, hold on, we need to make a change and change our thinking or we're going to be stuck in this rut for the rest of our life. That's why you go in there. You don't leave them hanging, but they don't campaign in them states like they do Mississippi, Mississippi, Michigan, or Wisconsin, or Pennsylvania. Just like you don't see a lot of Republicans come to our state right here, Maryland. You're never going to win Maryland. You're never going to win up in the New England area, in the Vermonts and shit like that, Rhode Island. All that's reliably blue. That means if you reliably red, that means for the longest time, probably before a lot of the people living there was born, it was under Republican governorships and administrations. That means what we was talking about earlier, with trickle-down economics. This is what Republicans believe in. In these states, that's where trickle-down economics, they claim works, or they get implemented because they're Republicans and they can do what the fuck they want in their states.
Why do their motherfucking senators and congressmen vote against bills that would help their fucking constituents, bro? And why would somebody in fucking Alabama to say you're MAGA, vote against your own shit?
Because
it's like a complete boo-boo the fool shit they got going on here, bro.
Because every 4 years, I'm gonna hook y'all up on this in a minute. Y'all gonna get to where I'm going. They come in there and they tell y'all poor white people, them lazy niggas is getting all of this. The Hispanics is coming over here and taking your jobs. The people that don't look like you, they're getting all the benefits, you getting nothing. Then they want to take your guns. They want to do all of this.
Bruh.
And then they fall for it. Do you understand? I think, do people really understand that that's one of the reasons, and the main reason why Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee are the most, not only are they at the top of the poorest states in America, they are at the top of the most racist states in America. Don't believe me? Check it out.
So,
because these people come in there and tell y'all every 4 years that the people that don't look like y'all is against y'all. When, guess what? We all in the same boat.
It makes so bad. Mississippi is like almost 20% poverty. You know how crazy that is, bro?
Man, that's super crazy.
Hell yeah. So we talking about Mississippi is number 1, Louisiana number 2, New Mexico number 3,
right?
West Virginia number 4, Kentucky number 5, Arkansas 6, Alabama 7, Oklahoma 8th, 9 Tennessee, and 10th South Carolina. Now, like Trump say, what the fuck y'all got to lose? Y'all need to let the Democrats run this shit here. Right. I guarantee you, Mississippi, if you vote in Kamala Harris and whatever the fucking Democrats are running in Mississippi, up and down the ticket, I guarantee your life will change. I'm being honest with you, bro. Real shit. Louisiana, if you was to up and down the ticket, just go blue. Don't give a fuck who it is. Don't try to pronounce their name. Just go blue up and down the ticket. I guarantee you, you'll be moving from poverty to up in the middle somewhere. It's just gonna fucking happen. There's no way Democrats gonna run this fucking Mississippi or Louisiana and it's stay in poverty, bro. It's just not gonna happen.
That's what I don't understand. These states,
ridiculous, man.
States. 9 of the top 10, and really is, and you get to the top 15. Look, the poor states in America
and they top gun states,
right, are run by Republicans.
Think about that for a minute.
And you cannot correlate, and you have to correlate because as it goes together, they goes in there and they preach that shit every 4 years. That's why Donald Trump. Remember when Trump won in 2016, they questioned why did he go to them states. Them states, he went and he race baited. He pulled out his race. He pulled the race card out and he wound them people up. And that's when you know, like I said, he pulled the races out. He brought the races out. And you have to. The poor states are the most racist states. They go in there every year, every 4 years, 2 years, or whatever, and they divide them people that need that help. That one party is offering. They're saying, we're offering you, we know what's been. We're offering you a different way. We're offering you some help. We're offering you a way out of this poverty. Because the shit that we do is proven to work. but they go in there.
You letting Republicans block all the stuff that help you.
Right. And they do it. And then you know what they do on top of it? They'll come out and they'll accuse Democrats every fucking 4 years of race baiting, playing a race card, and dividing America. They do that shit every 4 years. And if you look at it, it's not the Democrats doing that shit. It's the Republicans.
And then on top of that, these two things go together. The two things that Republicans always run on is motherfucking cutting taxes, which got them in poverty. And these are the top gun states. The two things that correlation together.
Yep.
Two things that Republicans beat, they got to have done.
Yep.
The NRA and tax cuts.
Yep.
And look at the states. Look at the results.
Yep.
You're the top gun state.
Yep.
And you top poverty.
Yep.
It's that simple, bro. And all we saying is, you sitting in these states, you might love Trump or whatever the fuck, but your life not. Come on, bro. If you take a chance this year and just close your eyes and vote Kamala Harris, blue all the way down. Me and Tony are telling you, we in the streets, bro.
You don't see a change.
You're gonna feel something different there.
What?
Starting with health care, you're gonna get to put some teeth in your fucking mouth.
Damn.
We're gonna start there. You're gonna get checked out. You're gonna not let your family die because mine are shit because you don't even have no money for doctors. You feel me, bro?
Look,
this is going on in Alabama, these states, bro. It's ridiculous.
You know, tonight, look, this part we're doing tonight, I don't think we intended it to be like that. I think tonight we really kicking out some education on our viewers tonight. And let's get one thing straight. When the Affordable Care Act was passed, or Obamacare was passed, it was popular in what? Blue states. It wasn't a blue state that didn't love it. And over time, everybody
red states
became
is blocking it. It's poking a bad thing.
Right. But now they say, what's the word? Obamacare is so popular. Nobody wants to get rid of it. You know who the nobody that wants to get rid of it? It's the people in these states that we're talking about tonight. The red states, the people at the top of this list, the 9 out of the top 10 poor states in America. It became popular there. That's why even Trump says, go back and look if you think I'm lying. Even Trump said out his mouth, he doesn't want he doesn't want to repeal Obamacare. He wants to keep the Affordable Care Act. He won't call it Obamacare. He call it Affordable Care Act. So that's where it got most popular at among their constituency, because it was always popular among Democrats, and we didn't have to worry about it in blue states. But when it got so popular in red states, that's why they don't want to fuck with it.
Let's see.
And we're telling you, it's more of that to come if you would just listen and be open to other ideas other than what MAGA is telling you.
Exactly. And it ain't really all about who running the state. You gotta realize who is not really Republican and Democrat, because you can follow some Republicans that sound Democratic, right? So it ain't really that. You got to see what they voting for, what they want to do, bro. Because right now, if I'm in these states, I need change, bro. And if y'all take a step out in all these states and just say, fuck it, vote Democrat, it's a guarantee things change, bro. Now, gun lovers, we get that too. But we had a motherfucking MAGA joint on here a few weeks ago, right? And we had a conversation about guns. We came to agreement at the end of that, yeah. But it was something that happened in the conversation, right? Where we were discussing guns, and he expressed that he got kids, right? So I asked him a question. Do you lock the gun up? He said no. He admitted it, right? And my second question was, do you think that's a fucking problem? Is that a problem? Just that alone, you having a gun with kids and not locking your gun up. He agreed with me. But up until then, He's just leaving his gun out everywhere with kids in the house, right?
I know people like that.
So then just put that aside. That's one way to get people killed with guns, right? That's just one thing. So if we don't have a law to make motherfuckers lock their gun up no matter what they doing, unless you somewhere doing recreation, whatever the fuck you doing with the gun, that's when it opens up. That's a problem right there, right? Any gun, right? So then, on top of that, do we need guns that will spit 40 rounds and 50 rounds in the streets? So that's two things. No problem, right? Shouldn't be a problem. Can we just flag people that seem suspicious? They got mental problems. They're in and out of jail. That's looking to get a gun. Maybe put some shit on the internet. Talking about they want to hang the president. Or some shit like that. Do we allow them to go buy a gun after that? Or should it be something when they get there and try to buy a gun, it's a red flag to say, oh, let me talk to you. Okay, you got this issue and that issue. I can't do it. You got to go settle that somewhere else. Right? Can we just have that? That's just simple shit to me. Right? But to them, Republicans start off saying, they want to take your guns.
Look, ain't nobody repealing the Second Amendment. You go through, you got Democrats that ain't about repealing the Second Amendment. That's not happening. That's never going to happen in this country.
It's just not even an argument.
It's not even something that should be thought of. It's this, that. Look, when you got a 14-year-old going to a school, kill 4 people, injure 9, that's a problem. When you got somebody that goes into elementary school, Sandy Hook and the one in Texas, that is a problem. When you got a maniac that leans out a hotel window and shoot 500 people, that's a problem. And just today, in the state we live in, Maryland, up in the western part of the state, outside of Baltimore, off of just what happened the day before yesterday, we had another 16-year-old shot and killed a 15-year-old in the bathroom in school today. That is a problem. When you got, in the case of the Georgia shooter a couple of days ago, his father, they were warned and told by the FBI that this kid is making threats about shooting up schools, is this, that, and the third, and they knew. And this motherfucker went out and bought his kid, a fucking 14-year-old kid, a fucking AR-15 assault rifle for Christmas.
All right, let's start right there. 2 issues there.
A lot of issues there.
One thing I agree with is locking the fucking parents up.
Lock his ass up.
I don't care who they are, right? That's the first thing. Second, he shouldn't be able to get that kind of gun that he bought. Period. That should have been illegal too. So 2 things should have been illegal. Him getting that gun, that type of gun.
That type of gun.
The whole situation should have been illegal. Now you see what I'm saying? Look, it's just real simple, bro. Like if you own a gun, you shouldn't give a fuck about locking it up. You shouldn't give a fuck about people getting their guns taken that's illegal. That has nothing to do with you. Why would you care? In fact, you should want all those guns off the street.
This is the issue. They'll say, well, there is no law, and this is the Republicans' favorite line. There is no law to prevent this from happening.
Just explain it.
Which is a goddamn lie. Because you had a law that prevented it from happening.
Just explain a few of them. Red flags, some more shit.
No, we didn't even got to do that. Because if one George W. Bush did not let the assault rifle ban expire, Georgia wouldn't have happened. Sandy Hook wouldn't have happened. Las Vegas wouldn't have happened.
Nope.
Columbine wouldn't have happened.
Nope.
And so on and so on and so on. Buffalo wouldn't have happened.
Nope.
And they always want to throw that shit out there. Oh, it ain't no law it ain't no law to prevent this from happening. Bullshit. You had a law. This shit wasn't on the streets.
Exactly. And one more thing happened too.
Already off the streets.
With that gun. That bitch ass orange pig almost got his head blown the fuck off.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Ain't that some shit? With the gun should be banned. Ain't that some wild shit? Now this is what this fool J.D. Vance said after the school shoot. Just listen to this fool.
Hi, Senator Kit Maher, CNN. Wanted to ask, in the wake... Thank you.
That's another thing. That crowd's boo.
Now, Kit, I honestly, she's going to hate me saying this. Kit's one of the good ones. But she won't be able to go back to CNN after I just said that. So take it or leave it, Kit. Ask your question, please.
Thanks, Senator, for taking my question. I appreciate it. In the wake of the Georgia school shooting yesterday, I wanted to ask you, what specific policies do you support to end school shootings like this? And if you allow it, a second one, specifically on the debate, has Trump consulted you for any advice? Have you participated in the policy discussions that he has held with Tulsi Gabbard? And what advice have you offered him?
Yeah, so just on the debate, I mean, look, the president and I talk every day, and we're constantly talking about what are we seeing out there? What are people that we're talking to saying to us? Because we do, unlike the Kamala Harris campaign, get out there and talk to people. We don't just stand in front of a teleprompter and try to talk at them. We often let them say things too. And so we're constantly trading ideas and trading, war stories from the campaign trail about what we're hearing and what we're seeing. But no, we're not going to have some formal debate prep session because Donald Trump doesn't need it. Donald Trump actually knows what he believes and he knows his record, and that's all he really has to talk about. So whether it's with Tulsi or with RFK or with Nikki Haley or with anybody else, I think the president will keep on doing what he does, which is talk to people, hear what they're seeing, actually go out there and try to understand what they're seeing on the campaign trail, and just try to incorporate that into a message that works for the American people. That's what he's done. That's what he'll continue to do. Now, on the first question, look, first of all, what happened in Georgia is just an awful tragedy. And I know we've got a lot of parents and a lot of grandparents in this room. I mean, I cannot imagine, little kids so excited to go back to school. God love them. And they're at their first week back from the summer, and an absolute barbarian decides to open fire and take their lives and also a couple teachers. We got to think about these people. If you're the praying type, and I know I am, we got to hold them up in prayer. We got to be hoping for the best for this incredible community, because no parent should have to deal with this. No child should have to deal with this. And yes, after holding these folks up in prayer and giving them our sympathies, because that's what people deserve in a time of tragedy, then we have to think about how to make this less common. Now, look, the Kamala Harris answer to this is to take law-abiding American citizens' guns away from them. That is what Kamala Harris wants to do. But we have to ask ourselves, we actually have been able to run an experiment on this, because you've got some states with very strict gun laws, and you've got some states that don't have strict gun laws at all. And the states with strict gun laws, they have a lot of school shootings. And the states without strict gun laws, some of them have school shootings too. So clearly strict gun laws is not the thing that is going to solve this problem. What is going to solve this problem, and I really do believe this, is, look, I don't like this. I don't like to admit this. I don't like that this is a fact of life. But if you are a psycho and you want to make headlines, you realize that our schools are soft targets. And we have got to bolster security at our schools so that a person who walks through the front door we've got to bolster security so that if a psycho wants to walk through the front door and kill a bunch of children, they're not able to. And again, as a parent, do I want my kids' school to have additional security? No, of course I don't. I don't want my kids to go to school in a place where they feel like you've got to have additional security, but that is increasingly the reality that we live in. And a bunch of my colleagues in the Senate, we actually worked on legislation that would give schools more resources to bolster their security, because if these psychos are going to have to go after our kids, we've got to be prepared for it. We don't have to like the reality that we live in, but it is the reality that we live in, and we got to deal with it.
It's weird. This weird ass news right here. Say now, school shootings and mass shootings are a part of life. And just a few months back, what did Trump tell the people of a previous school shooting? He told them to get over it. Basically, the Trump Vance response to school shootings and mass shootings is, it's part of life, get over it. So, look, y'all want to have armed guards or armed police or whatever, and you want to arm teachers. Okay. We're talking about elementary schools. Why the fuck do you need should you need armed guards and armed teachers in elementary school? That don't make no sense. When it was simple, when those types of weapons were not on the streets, this type of shit did not happen. This shit did not start happening to after one George W. Bush let the assault weapons ban expire on purpose. On purpose. That happened. School shootings and mass shootings in particular, we'll lump it all together. Mass shootings increase 100-fold. You didn't have that shit before. So that's telling you right now, assault weapons bans works. If you don't have weapons of war on these streets, this shit don't happen. And let's get it straight. A lot of Republican gun owners feel the same way. But the big but is you got people like J.D. Vance and all these other Republican senators and congressmen out here that are in the pockets of the NRA and are so scared of getting a bad rating or F rating from the NRA because in Republican politics, an F rating is death to your candidacy. They refuse to do anything. Look, people, if you want this shit off the streets, you want this shit to stop happening, you care about your kids, you care about them living past fucking 14, 15, 16 years old, vote these dumbasses out of office that keep on bow down, kissing the ass of the NRA and letting this shit go on. Because the blood is on their hands. Because a lot of shit could have been legislated out. You could have got some of this shit off the streets. And a lot of this shit would not happen. And if you think I'm bullshitting, go back and look. From the motherfucking day that George Bush let that motherfucking assault weapons ban expire, mass shootings exploded. So, hey, I can't tell you no more.
First of all, he gonna start the joint off saying, well, these barbarians, first of all, nigga 14 years old, right? So he sounded stupid as fuck. Then, when he say, she gonna take your guns away, what are you talking about? And when they get in the debate, then they ask him, what are you talking about? What guns you want to take away? So he can be more specific. And then when he be specific, it's gonna be the guns that should be off the fucking streets. So if you want to get specific, don't just sling out, she want to take your guns away. So make everybody think you come to get your guns. But if you got a motherfucking AK-47 in the house, yeah, we need that. In fact, you should take it to the police station. There's no need for your dumb ass to have it. It's just simple as that. You can't make a case, human being in America make a case for having that shit. There's nothing to do with it. There's no recreation shit. There's no fun shit. There's no target shit. There's nothing for it. So get the fuck out of here. And then have your shit sold the fuck up and sealed up some fucking way when you ain't fucking using it. The AK-47 and automatics, out the door. Nobody need those. Period. So when we start talking about taking guns, be specific, motherfucker. What guns she trying to take away? So once you say those guns, the ones that been in these mass shooting, killing kids, then people will understand, yeah, those need to go away though, bro. Right. And when you make a blank statement of they want to take your guns, people take that as all your fucking guns, and you don't have no guns no more. No. When she didn't me to make these motherfuckers be pacific. Like, bitch ass nigga, what you talking about? What guns I want to take away though? Explain. And once you figure that out, that's gonna be easy. And then the only motherfucking shit they want to do is mental. We get that. We ain't the only fucking country with mental people though, bruh. But we the only motherfucker with the motherfucking kids. Dying rate, the leading cause of death for kids is gun violence. That's in another fucking country. That's here.
Repeat that.
In this country. When kids die, the first cause, the number one thing that kills kids. Like, a kid shouldn't be dying, first of all. But the number one thing that kills them, not accidents, fucking gun violence, bro. So you can't tell me what part of this will be where the part where the Republicans say, we got to do something. How many die? You can't just keep running around talking about, my heart goes out to you. Nobody give a fuck about that, bro. I've been shot. I had people die, get shot beside me. Could have been me. Yeah. And nobody come to you saying, whatever the fuck they say, you don't give a fuck. Main man is gone. Oh. So all that bullshit you saying is, bruh, get the fuck out of here. If you can stop the next man from getting killed, then do that. But rather than me saying you got feelings for that, you don't. So get the fuck out of here with that shit, bruh. But if you can lock up AK-47s or automatics and say nobody in America had those, and then the next school shooting is not with one of those, then we good. We can start working on some things. Figuring out, all right, well, how you get this other gun then? That means what the parents gave it to them, how you get it. If they ain't put it up, who ain't put it up? Who name supposed to be on it? Simple. Shit get more simpler. You know what I'm saying? Well, once you got automatics, you're killing 4, 5, 10, 15 people at once. That's a problem. We just had a joint last year. We ran through the whole fucking school. The fucking police officers in there that was scared. He talking about give all them guns. Give teacher guns. These motherfuckers scared. It ain't fact that you have a gun. You gotta have a heart too. And you gotta be trained. You had police officers last year with a school shooting. Remember that joint that started a school joint? The motherfucker was in there scared. Somebody outside to come in and say, what's wrong with y'all? Let's get this bitch nigga. You know what I'm saying, bro?
I'm sitting
scared.
Here. I'm sitting here.
It ain't that simple, bro.
I meant to send you these pictures.
You think you're gonna have an old ass teacher with a gun? She gonna be shocked in there. Probably shoot it all in the air, probably shoot her damn self.
I meant to send you these pictures earlier. I forgot. These are Congress people and their families. I'm sitting here looking at pictures of these people with their little kids, wife, and they got all kind of shit, 50 calibers, AR-15s, AK-47.
What's her name? Marjorie Green, dumbass.
Look at this bitch home road. Look at this little kid right here with a fucking AR-15.
Now think about that. Why should you have that? That's why these motherfucking politicians go on TV and be like, she want to take our guns. Because that's the gun we want, motherfucker. Why you got that? What you say she got?
They got one of these.
In the picture.
This motherfucker got a 50 caliber.
Think about that.
Fuck you. What the fuck?
What are we doing?
Come on.
Of course. That's my point. And then you're a Republican. You're somebody that's supposed to be smarter than us, first of all. Supposed to be making decisions for the good of the country. Me and him supposed to have most confidence that you're so smart that any decision you make is the right one for us, me and him, that's walking around these streets, bro. Because you took the time out to learn and know knowledge of some of this shit more than the education me and him took. So you should know more shit. You're supposed to be the finest people in America, the smartest, the people on CNN, MSNBC, in Congress, Senate. You're supposed to be the smartest people. We're supposed to trust you. Once people give you information, we're supposed to trust you to make the right shit. But you got clowns that deliberately look at you and just lie. Why? Why are you there?
For power. It's the power. They don't want to give it up. And you know they got it. They don't want to give it up.
How many people got died, bro? This gun thing is real serious, bro. Especially in the black community. Stop all the fucking playing. And fuck JD Vance, bitch ass.
That idiot. Look, if
drag queen ass nigga.
If you want this shit off the streets, and you want the kids to be safe, the schools to be safe, the supermarkets to be safe, the music festivals to be safe, and all of this, it is time you get these jackasses out of office, and you put somebody in there that's going to do something about it. Not just at the presidential level and the senator level and the Congress people level. You got to do it at the governor level, at the mayor level.
Appreciate everybody too. All down the line.
All the way down the fucking line. Even dog catcher. You got to get their asses up out of there.
I said.
And
blue,
look.
just blue.
And
all
look,
the way down.
When you do that, you have every
Alabama,
right.
like my man we talked earlier, Alabama, Kentucky, all those states. Just listen to this one time, bro. Just close your nose if you starts Republican. You done heard Chaney, Liz Chaney said you could do it. Okay? Her father said you could do it too. Don't think about it. Just do it for this time. And me and you and my man here gonna meet you on the other side of November, and we're gonna argue with you, debate with you then. You know what I'm saying? When we move Trump racist orange pig ass out the way, and then we can debate. Don't you think so?
I would think so.
It would be more of a debate if you get this clown ass fool out. All right, simple as that. That's all we want. You know what I'm saying?
That's all we want.
Now, before we get out of here, though, I just want to remind everybody about the award.
Oh
that my man gave the motherfucker, my man with Black Star Network, Roland Martin, gave McKellar Montgomery Award. Now, if you missed us, I want y'all to see this award clear as day. It's a Trump University. Everybody know that's a piece of shit award already.
A piece of shit, you
right? And the fact that McKellar Montgomery was his first award. Now, I'm gonna let him know I'm still in this. We about to put strictly MAGAs on this thing and starting with reels. You the first one. You know what I'm saying? You go in there first, and we're gonna pastor this up. Every day we're gonna come up with another motherfucker to fit in her name. You know what I'm saying? We got a list already though. Yeah.
We ain't hurt for candidates.
That's true. We can fill that line up every single fucking day for sure.
Candidates, people.
But shouts out to Roland Martin though. That I like that. And just to take that name out, we'll put our own thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you know what?
And Rails is the first one. And we're gonna classic his name. We gonna have enough of y'all motherfuckers. We tired playing with y'all. We about to start going on y'all motherfucking maggots. We ain't looking at y'all no more. Y'all don't want to debate.
We're gonna have to extend this for a few minutes because we keep on saying we're gonna do this, and then we always forget because we get caught up in other shit. We want to talk about the Senate race here in the state of Maryland between Angela Also Brooks and that meathead Larry Hogan. This is one of the major Senate races in the country because control of the Senate rests on that. And she's ahead in the polls right now. But just like with Kamala Harris, you know, hey, all gas, no brakes. You gotta keep your foot on the gas. Because this dude, Larry Hogan trying to play both sides against the middle. He trying to come out and act like he's against Trump, but he's kicking the same policies as Trump. I don't fuck with Trump, but you like his policies and you want to put that shit on us. Wrong. That ain't happening. That's what I would tell you.
Another thing he doing too, and his ads too, is he almost camouflaging as a Democrat. So everybody got to really pay attention to what's happening here with him.
Yes.
It's even right now, but he can squeeze things out by people actually just knowing because he was governor, right? And by him massaging it, he got these little videos where I'm gonna protect your reproduction rights, huh? You're a Republican, you bitch ass nigga. You're a Project 2025 vote, nigga. That's what they should start calling these Republicans. 2025 Project 2025 vote. You as a Project 2025 vote.
And guess what, Larry Hogan?
He's a vote. He's a Project 2025 vote.
We in the state of Maryland, reproductive rights are already protected.
What makes them so bad? They try to jump ahead of her.
Yeah.
Right? And try to sound almost like a Democrat.
Because he tried. This is what he's trying to do. He tried
muddy the waters.
He muddied the waters because when the 8 years he was in office, he really couldn't do what he wanted to do. There was a lot of things it's a lot of things he wanted to do that he couldn't do due to the fact that he lives in that he's governor in a blue state. He happened to win 2 terms. I don't know how to get it. Maybe it's candidates. In a reliably
he didn't go
state.
MAGA. He didn't go Republican. You couldn't tell if he was an average Marylander. You didn't know he's a Republican.
But he was in there before MAGA.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But if you average person, you don't know he's a Republican. You don't get that. You're not getting that from him when he talks.
What the thing that people don't realize is this. What people outside of Maryland don't realize. In this state, he has a Democratic House and a Democratic Senate. And guess what? You cannot do nothing. I don't give a fuck who you are. You could not do nothing without that, without those people. And guess what? It's enough of a majority in this state that they can override shit he wanted. They overrode vetoes. He didn't veto some shit. It got overrode. But he's just like any other Republican. He'll downgrade or look down on or talk shit about Democratic policies. But when that shit passed, he the first one cheesing at the ribbon cut.
You know what I mean? Nobody needs you. Don't pay no attention to him. Get him out of there and get Miss Alsobrook in there.
He's full of shit.
Just get her in there. She will back everything that Kamala's going. First of all, if you go to her speech, they know each other. She's almost handpicked by her. So once they get in there, of course, she gonna get to do everything she need to do with her as her sidekick. Period. So that's automatic. And I know in a few weeks, her shit gonna kick up. They gonna come down here. Bob will probably be her shit. I know. Kamala is gonna be here soon. They gonna get you over the hump. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that nigga. He trying his best to make himself look like a Democrat to the average voter. That's not me and you that know more information than the average. Like if you see him, I remember him. He was governor, wasn't he? He's not bad. He said he gonna protect our rights. Yeah, he cool. You feel me? Be careful with that. And also, Brooks, man, you gotta come on, start hitting this bitch nigga. You can't let him be massaging this thing here. He's a Project 2025.
Hey, I give her one thing. I've been keeping up lately. She been handling her business, and she got some people out there that I see. And I'm gonna send a shout out to one of them. Her name, she go by Candidly Tiff on X. She handles her business. I give it to the old girl handles her business. And she's handling it. And I believe, her, because I see signs. As a matter of fact, I got a picture of one on my phone, I took it. And it's signs all over the area that say Harris also Brooks, or say also Brooks Harris.
Oh, she definitely did that. Man. She did that now.
So she knows what she's doing. She's tying herself, to the person that we hope to win.
Now she definitely got her shit out there.
So she's doing what she's doing.
Right now, she's gonna need that push.
But
from at least Kamala gonna eventually get her up. She gonna be good there. Okay. And then she got so much money that she's putting into. Like we ain't even tell y'all that. She got so much buku money out of her ass. Yeah. Fuck you, billionaire Trumps and friends.
And plus, you seen her.
She giving money to the Senate.
You seen also Brooks more on. You've been seeing her a lot on MSNBC. She's been doing a lot of the
after the DNC joint. Yeah,
she been doing.
That was a good speech she had too.
Yeah,
check her speech out. She had a personal story about Kamala Harris when they met and then how she turned her career around. Yeah. And another one had that was Crockett, that's now in her campaign. She had a personal story too about Kamala Harris and her rise in the Senate, and it was emotional too. Check that out.
Yeah, she's an up and coming. She's another up and coming.
And then she's the national spokesman for Kamala Harris' motherfucking campaign.
But yeah,
I'm feeling so good. Appreciate everybody, man, tuning in tonight. This is our Friday night special. You know how we do. We be here Tuesday nights, Friday nights, and we might pop in. We ain't gonna tell you nothing. You're just gonna pop in. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, hey.
Don't forget while we at it. The debate is this Tuesday night. I don't know how the fuck we gonna do that yet, but the debate is this Tuesday. We gonna work around.
Debate. Now, we might not see each other. We might see each other for the debate. But we don't. Now, I'm thinking in the debate, if he show up, all I need her to do is just be herself, be honest with you. Because, but do you want her to be aggressive to him? I think she automatically do that. Right. But she was aggressive to motherfucking Joe, somebody she loved. Imagine what she gonna do to this. Remember, she almost tore a hole in motherfucking Biden asshole, bruh.
Look, she has to be,
and she love him.
She has to be firm, and she has to be aggressive, but not too aggressive. She has to be aggressive enough to show.
She gotta feel like a bitch that can handle her. Bitch gets this done.
Yeah. She got some people on the world stage that she got to deal with, and she got to show that she can deal with Putin, Xi, the Ayatollah Iran, Kim Jong-un, whatever it is. It's a lot of people there's a lot of motherfuckers on this around the world. They're gonna test her. And I got inside of the first 18 months of her presidency. I got her sending a drone on somebody's ass because somebody gonna try.
God dang.
I got that happening. Somebody gonna try her, and she gonna drop a bomb on the motherfucker, and they gonna be like, "Don't try that shit no more." But she had to be firm. She had to be, aggressive enough to show people that I'm gonna put this motherfucker in his place. And any of you other motherfuckers want to try, I got something for you too.
Appreciate everybody. Look, check us out, man. We trying our best, man, to come on this joint as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? Send out as many videos as possible, man. You know what I'm saying? Push this joint out. Get as many black people as possible. Get it. We're trying to inform as many people as possible. You know what I'm saying? Especially before the votes. But even after that, man, we just here to inform. You know what I'm saying, dog? That's all we want to do. So check us out Tuesdays and Fridays, most definitely. But other days, you might check us. You might pop up in your living room. You never know. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets. You know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. The hood view.